The first step in building a WordPress child theme is to create the core of the child theme itself. Because 2010 is a theme everyone has, and because I personally think it's the best basis for a child theme, we're going to use 2010 as the parent and create a child theme from it. To make a child theme from any theme, all you need to do is create a new folder under the themes folder, add a style.css file to that folder, and add some core code information at the very top of that style sheet. So first, we'll go to our installation of WordPress and navigate to WP Content and Themes. Here, we'll create a new folder and call it the new cool, which is what the child theme is going to be called. And then we'll create a file that goes inside this new cool folder. So now I'll go to Eclipse and open WP Content and Themes. And I think I have to hit F5 to refresh it. And then you see the folder, the new cool here. From here, I can create a new file. So I'll call a new CSS file and call it style.css. Click Finish, and then just get rid of that at the very top. Now all we have to do is add some very basic code to the top of this style.css file to make WordPress recognize it as a new child theme. So we'll go to the exercise files, and under here you'll find this child themes code snippets file. So we'll open that. And here you find all the code snippets for all the movies throughout this course. I'll simply copy out the code snippet for movie 1.3, Control-C, and paste it in here. And then I'll explain what this is all about. This is actually a comment signified by this / and then */, which means the browser doesn't see it. The only thing that sees it is WordPress itself. And here we have the definition of the child theme. It has a theme name, the new cool. It should have a theme URI. That's a link to where your theme is going to live on the internet. So here you would put in http://www.yoursite.com/something. Then it has a description. I put in a very basic description here, just 2010 child theme with seriously good looks. You should probably put in something else like my super awesome child theme that I built all by myself. And then underneath, you can put in your own name. So I'll put in my name here, Morten Rand Hendrickson. And the version number. The version number is actually quite important because if you ever want to update your theme, what you do is you update the version number as well, and then WordPress will recognize that this is now a new version. You'll notice I set it to 0.0.1, which is to say this is like a pre-beta. It's an alpha. It's not even that. But that's what it means. So every time you make an update, you should always update the version number as well. The one most important line of code in this block is the next one, template. When you make a child theme, you have to tell WordPress what is the parent theme. In this case, we're using 2010. And you'll notice that I've spelled 2010 all lowercase in one word. That's because this is actually a link to the folder. So for instance, if we had another theme that was called Best in Show, then we would have to write Best in Show here to make that into the parent theme for our child theme. And finally, we have the tags. I've simply taken the tags from 2010 because we're going to use the same core structure. But you can also add and subtract tags here, and it doesn't really matter. You just put in whatever you feel like. I'm going to save this file, and now we can go to WordPress admin, go to Themes under Appearance, and you'll see we now have another theme available. It doesn't have a thumbnail yet. That'll come later, but we can activate it. You also see that here we have all that information. The title, the new cool version 0.0.1 by me, is a 2010 child theme with seriously good looks, and it even tells us where the files are and everything. Now that we have the child theme inside WordPress, we can activate it, and then we can go to the front page and reload it. And you'll see that all of a sudden, our site no longer has any style. This is kind of jarring because this is not what you expected, but this is actually what we want. What we have now is a clean slate that we can start working on to make this theme look different from the parent.